I just listened to the most wonderful, the most inspiring podcast on Bruce Springsteen from Founders. I'm just going to read you how the whole podcast ends word for word. It is breathtaking. Just a quick disclaimer going into this, just know Bruce had a very dark childhood. His father was a schizophrenic and wasn't present, never told him he loved him. And he battled with this his whole career. And this is how the podcast ends. My mother stood behind my wildest dreams, accepted me at face value for who I truly was, and nurtured the unlikely scenario I held deepest in my heart that I was going to make music and that someone somewhere was going to want to hear it. She shone her light on me at a time when it was all the light there was. When I hit it big, my mom believed the saints had come marching in and blessed us for the hard times we had endured. I suppose they had. Many years later, at a ceremony for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I stood on stage between Mick Jagger and George Harrison, all of us together on one mic singing. I was thinking, what's wrong with this picture? How did a kid from New Jersey end up on this evening between these two men whose work had driven so deeply into his soul that he had to follow the road that they laid out before him, follow it with everything he had? Look at it like this. In 1964, when Bruce started, millions of kids saw the Rolling Stones and the Beatles and decided, that looks fun. Some of them went out and bought instruments. Some of them learned to play a little. Some of them got good enough to maybe join a local band. Some of them might have even made a demo tape. Some might have lucked out and gotten a record deal. A few of those might have sold some records and done some touring. A few of those had a small hit, a short career in music, and managed to eke out a modest living. A very few of those might have managed to make a life as a musician, and a very few might have had some continuing success that brought them fame, fortune, and deep gratification. And tonight, one of those ended up standing between Mick Jagger and George Harrison, a Rolling Stone, and a Beatle. I did not fool myself about what the odds were back in 1964 that one would have been the acne-faced 15-year-old kid with a cheap guitar from Freehold, New Jersey. My parents were right. My chances were one in a million, one in many millions. But still, here I was. Wow. That speechless.